little brother.
Hey there, quirky peeps. Today we're gonna look at the movies and TV shows that will be coming out in June 2021. May has been pretty good so far. Wrath of Man has been a total surprise package, but Jupiter's Legacy was meh. So we're waiting for projects like Army of the Dead and Lucifer to light up the vibe of this month. But do you know what's in store for us after that? Does June store any great projects? Well, let's find out. Before I continue, it'd be nice if you guys could hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. It would help us a lot. Now getting on to the list of exciting projects of June, we've got The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
I can see things that your people can't.
The Conjuring universe has been the most profitable cinematic universe for Warner Bros. These films only take a small budget and end up making a lot of money. But now, things are going to change as far as the box office is concerned. We've been really looking forward to The Conjuring 3 since the first two films were so good. But instead of just releasing it in theaters, The Devil Made Me Do It will release simultaneously on HBO Max on June 4th. Considering that there is a streaming option available this time, the box office numbers may not be as big. But at the same time, Warner Media will be really gunning for its release on HBO Max as it could bolster the subscriber numbers single-handedly. Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson are returning as Lorraine and Ed. Time, they'll try to uncover the truth behind a murderer's claim of demonic possession. Sweet Tooth.
No one knew which came first.
Robert Downey Jr. and Susan Downey have produced this Netflix original DC series. It will arrive on the streamer on June 4th. Christian Convery is playing Gus, who's a half-human and half-deer hybrid. He is a very special boy who gets the title of Sweet Tooth. In a post-apocalyptic world, he goes on to perilous adventure to search for a new beginning with a gruff protector. This is something very different and exciting from Netflix, and I'm very excited about it. Loki.
This is absurd.
After WandaVision and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, all eyes are on MCU's next phase for Project Loki. Wednesdays are the new Fridays as the Loki series will stream from June 9th onwards. We'll get a new episode each week until Loki ends its 6-episode run in July. While the last two MCU shows took place on Earth and meddled with different genres, Loki will dive deep into the sci-fi and mystical element of the MCU. Avengers Endgame introduced us to MCU's very own unique concept of multiverse and time travel. Now the Loki series will take that concept further. It will continue directly after Loki took the Tesseract and escaped in Avengers Endgame. And now, he will be caught by the Time Variance Authority for violating time laws. He'll have to fix the branches of MCU's main timeline that were created by him after he plucked an Infinity Stone out of its continuity. It seems that Loki will help out the TVA and end up meeting many other variants of himself on his journey across multiple realities and eras. This series has the potential to generate even more hype than the last two MCU shows. So let's see how it performs. The Misfits.
Richard Pace isn't here.
In this film, former 007 Pierce Brosnan plays Richard Pace, who is a brilliant international thief. He escapes from a maximum security prison and ends up on a team called the Misfits. They are a band of modern-day Robin Hoods who are led by Nick Cannon's eccentric and charismatic character, Ringo. The skilled and diverse group of misfits will try to pull off the heist of the country. Their plan is to steal millions in gold bars that are kept under one of the most secure prisons on Earth. This prison is owned by a rogue businessman named Schultz, who is played by Tim Roth. Besides the money, Richard Pace joins the Misfits to take revenge against Schultz, who led him to his imprisonment. The premise does sound pretty exciting as it gives us Ocean 11 vibes. Now let's wait and see how this film performs when it arrives on June 11th. Lupon, Part 2.
I guess it was the other car.
This French Netflix original surprised many viewers when it hit the streamer back in January. People across the world ended up loving this caper series. After the amazing ending of Part 1, the master thief Asan, aka Lupon, will return and look for Raoul. And he will continue to enact his revenge against Hubert Pellegrini, who was the man that caused his father's death. It will be interesting to see the kind of events that will transpire in Part 2 when it arrives on June 11th, in the Heights.
Washington Heights!
The second Warner Bros. Movie of the month will arrive on June 11th. It is a musical drama featuring Anthony Ramos, Stephanie Beatrice, and Lin-Manuel Miranda, who is the man behind Disney's extremely successful musical, Hamilton. In the Heights is directed by John Cho, and it takes place over 3 days in the Upper Manhattan neighborhood of Washington Heights. The plot follows a bodega owner who has mixed feelings about closing his store and retiring to the Dominican Republic after inheriting his grandmother's fortune. I really can't wait for this touching tale that is full of music and dancing. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
Don't I know you?
The mafia took my husband.
Kill them.
Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, and Salma Hayek unite in the sequel to 2017's R-rated action comedy, The Hitman's Bodyguard. Because it was received so well and made $180 million, we're now getting The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. This time around, Reynolds' former AAA-rated bodyguard, Michael Bryce, will be protecting Sonia Kincaid instead of Darius Kincaid. Antonio Banderas, Frank Grillo, Richard E. Grant, and Morgan Freeman are the other 4 big names who are a part of this film. Lionsgate has scheduled to release it on June 16th. I love the previous one a lot, so I know that the sequel is going to be the best film of June. For me at least. Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway.
Maybe I'd be better off without them.
After a slew of delays, Sony has finally decided to drop the anchor and release the Peter Rabbit sequel on June 18th in the US. It came out in Australia back in March. It will open in the UK on May 17th. But people in the US will have to wait for about a month. The first film managed to bring in over $351 million at the worldwide box office. Because of its massive profitability ratio, Sony has been constantly delaying this film to optimize the revenue it will generate. Now let's see how it performs with COVID-19 prohibiting the smooth functioning of the theaters. Elite, Season 4. This is another Spanish drama that has been loved by viewers across the world. Over the last 3 seasons, the cast has really impressed us by taking part in this twisted drama set up in an exclusive private school in Spain. Now our guilty pleasure show Elite is coming back on June 18th. The previous 3 seasons had me hooked, and now I just can't wait to binge the 4th one. Luca.
Wow. Luca. That was hard to watch.
Loki is not the only Disney Plus original project that will be amazing us throughout June. We also have Disney and Pixar's new animated film, Luca. It is set in a beautiful seaside town on the Italian Riviera. And it is a coming-of-age story about one young boy named Luca who is actually a sea monster. He experiences an unforgettable summer filled with gelato, pasta, and endless scooter rides as he emerges from the sea. All his adventures happen with his newfound best friend. Jacob Tremblay plays Luca, and Jack Dylan Grazer from Shazam plays his friend Alberto. This upbeat roller coaster ride of fun and emotions hits Disney Plus on June 18th. F9.
Your daddy gave me this. Now I'm gonna give it to you.
Dominic Toretto will return to live his life a quarter mile at a time, as he'd have to go up against his long-lost brother Jacob. In a surprising tale of events, John Cena comes in as Jacob to seek revenge on his older brother, but Jacob will be manipulated by Charlize Theron's master hacker, Cypher. Dom has been stepping on her toes over the last 3 Fast and Furious outings, so now, she'd use Dom's own brother to enact her revenge upon the man and his Fast family. Besides the high-octane action sequences and the wonky storyline, people are hyped for this one due to the shocking return of Han from the dead. F9 arrives on June 25th. Now let's hope that it won't be delayed any further. Which of these June projects are you most excited about? Let us know in the comments. Also, I'd request you to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. That's all for now. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
To be honest, I don't know why I didn't do this sooner.
We underdogs have to look out for each other, right? Underdog!
I'm only interested in reality.
Come on. What did you expect?